Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Skol side back again with another Minnesota Vikings video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about if the Minnesota Vikings are in the Super Bowl bubble. Pretty much saying if they're a true contender to take home the Lombardi. And honestly, I think they are. However, when we get into that later on in the video, right now, I'd just like to say thank you for the support on the channel recently. It really means a lot when you guys subscribe to the channel. It really keeps me motivated to make videos. So please sub to the channel for daily Minnesota Vikings videos. We're going to be grinding content out for you guys. We've got rookie training camp starting tomorrow. Training camp's going to be starting up shortly. Can't wait. I mean, before we know it, we'll be week 1 against the Packers. Pretty exciting, man. I'm really excited. 2020's turning around a little bit. But anyways, let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings are in the Super Bowl bubble. So what I mean by Super Bowl bubble is kind of like, I feel like every year there's like 7-8 teams before the year that you know they have a chance to win. Unless injury, unless something crazy happens, trade, whatever, they have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Yes, you have those teams like the Bears did that one year, the Niners did. They kind of come out of nowhere, and then by the end of the year, you're like, you know what, they could really win this. However, I think I'm just going to be going with my Super Bowl bubble as of right now. Mainly for the Super Bowl bubble, you either got to have a loaded roster, you got to have a really good QB, really good head coach. You got to have a lot to win a Super Bowl in the NFL, and you got to be really good at one thing, or you just got to be good at everything. I don't know if I'm going to name the other teams in the Super Bowl bubble with the Minnesota Vikings. Of course, I'm going to have the reigning Super Bowl champions in the Super Bowl bubble. I'm also going to have the 49ers in the Super Bowl bubble. I think they both Super Bowl bubble. I can't say that. They both had really good off seasons. Chiefs didn't really make that many moves, but however, when you win a Super Bowl, you just mainly want to keep everybody. And that's what they did. Niners made some really interesting moves. They traded one of their D tackles. However, they drafted another one, the outlaw guy from South Carolina, who I really liked. They also had a receiver. They really just kind of stayed the same, but also bolstered a little bit. I feel like maybe losing Armstead will hurt. I don't think it will. But, I mean, we'll see. Maybe the O-line getting a little older, but I still think they're going to be really good. Tough defense to go against. Joey Bosa getting a year older. Sherman is a year older in a negative way. So, we'll see. And then next, I have the Ravens. I think the Ravens should be favored to win the Super Bowl. They really loaded their roster. Had a great draft. Like, an insanely good draft somehow. And, you know, honestly, I think Lamar is looking for revenge. I think he's heard all the criticism all year, and I think he's going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Two teams from the same division as the Saints and Buccaneers. I think the Saints deserve to be in there, mainly because they've been there every year for the past 3 years. It feels like they've been getting screwed, whatever. I mean, we've knocked them out 2 of the years, so I think the Saints belong to be in there. Stacked roster, added Emmanuel Sanders, great pickup for them. And then also the Buccaneers. I think Tom Brady with that offense, and I just think whenever there's Tom Brady and he has good weapons and good offense, I'm going to put him in the Super Bowl bubble. Because whether it's in New England, in Tampa Bay, if you got to go there for a playoff game, it's going to be tough. Because you know he's going to do whatever it takes to win. And you really got to bring it that game, especially if he's got people around him. Age, yeah, we'll see, especially with Drew Brees too. We'll see if it affects those two quarterbacks. But right now, I got both of them in my bubble. Now, sticking with my 2 final teams, and they're actually both in the NFC. I think the NFC has most of the Super Bowl contenders. I just can't really see anybody besides the Ravens and Chiefs coming out of the AFC this year. In the NFC, I do have the Eagles and Vikings rounding it out. I really like the Eagles roster. Yeah, a lot of people say they didn't have the best draft. I get that. But you got to look what they did in the offseason as a whole. They got more weapons for Carson Wentz, which is huge. Miles Sanders is a year older. I really like him. They still have a very good O-line, which you need to win a Super Bowl. They also added Darius Slay. That really improved their corner. Linebacker position a little sketchy, but I think top to bottom, I think it's a special unit. I love their head coach, and I love their quarterback. There's not much to really hate about the Eagles roster. Yeah, yes, Wentz gets injured, whatever. If he stays healthy, they're a Super Bowl contender. Now let's talk about our team. Let's talk about our team, why I think we're a Super Bowl contender. And I'm not just saying this because I'm biased. I really think this, and why I don't think the Packers are. I don't think the Packers have the roster to make a Super Bowl run this year. However, I do think the Vikings do. You look at the receiver position. Yeah, we lost Diggs. However, we added Jefferson. We added Tajay Sharp. We had an Olabisi in year 2. We still got Thielen, who had 8 straight 100-yard games. unreal. I think our receiving core could really have the chance to be elite. Look in the backfield. Dalvin Cook, top 5 running back in the league. Alexander Madison, who I think has the potential to be a top 10 running back in this league. One of the best backfields you'll see. You know, we got Madison. He added on 15 pounds this offseason. He's going to be looking like beast mode out there. Dalvin Cook, great running back. See, the thing about Dalvin, if he stays healthy too, he could be dangerous. But even if he has to miss a game or two, and there's Madison back there, I'm not going to be worried, really. Then you look at our offensive line. That's still a big question mark for us. Bradbury year 2, going to be huge. Bringing in Ezra Cleveland, I think, could be huge for us. I think whether it's moving him to guard or moving Reef to guard, solidify that left guard, then solidify the tackle with Ezra Cleveland. Oh, it could be ugly at first, but I think it could work out, and we could be peaking by playoff time. On the right side, I love Brian O'Neill. And then Drew Samia at guard, he's honestly not terrible. I mean, it could really be an X factor for the Vikings this year. Offense could be top 5, top 10 in the league by the end of the year. Our defensive side of the ball, I will not be shocked if the Vikings have the best defense in the NFL, because I think Danielle Hunter is the best defensive player in the NFL, and he's not getting credit for it. I think Danielle Hunter this year, he's going to put himself up there with Donald, Mack, all the big-time pass rushers. He's going to have big-time plays in big-time games, which he's been doing his whole career. But I think once you do it over and over again, he got a playoff win last year, it will replicate. And then we're also adding Michael Pierce. He was a very low-key signing. Madam's got it rated at a 91 overall. Do I agree with that? Yeah, I know what I do. I do agree with Michael Pierce at 91. Huge nose tackle, can play the 3 technique. He's going to be really a leader in the locker room. Veteran experience, coming from the Ravens, comes from winning organizations. And then you look at the other side of the ball. Yeah, we lost Everson Griffin most likely. However, we drafted 2 really good defensive linemen in James Lynch and DJ Wonnum. DJ Wonnum could really step up in that area. He's a freak athlete. We have one of the best defensive line coaches in the league. That could be a perfect mess. And also, we still have Ifedi. People need to give respect to Ifedi because he worked his ass off to get here. And I really think he's going to have a phenomenal year. He's going to be playing alongside Danielle Hunter and Michael Pierce most likely. And then our D-line is just deep always. Really good D-line. Top 10 D-line in the league. Then you look at our linebackers. We got All-Pro, and then we got Anthony Barr. This linebacker core really comes down to if Barr is going to show out this year. He hasn't really struggled. He just hasn't been that guy recently. And if he can get back to being that guy, watch out. That linebacker core will be deadly. And now the secondary, the biggest problem we had last year. The bar is at an all-time low for the secondary. However, we got 2 first-round picks and a dude I really like in Danson and a dude I really like in Holton Hill. I think we could have 4 corners that I would feel confident with them on the field going into next year. Jeff Gladney's first-round pick. Mike Hughes, he struggled a little bit last year, but he was coming off an injury. People need to give him a break for that. I think he could be big this next year. I think Mike Hughes could have a really good year being a leader in that cornerback room. Same with Jeff Gladney. I think he could be really solid. And then you got the 2 safeties over the top, Harrison Smith, Anthony Harris. I don't really need to say much. I just think this defense as a whole could really have some special potential. Combine that with the offense, and I think we are a Super Bowl contender. Now, let me know what you guys think about your Super Bowl bubble. Did the Vikings crack it? You know, I can see if you would leave us out because we haven't really proved it. I just think this is our breakout year. This is it. And I'm very excited for this year. Tons of content coming for you guys. Sub to the channel, like the video, comment down below, respond to all you guys. Thanks, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.